gotta be kidding me.
Oh my gosh, right here. This is your backdrop.
Epic. Oh my.
Epic. Great Alaskan race. Hi, my name is Brian Presley. I'm the writer-director of the Great Alaskan Race. I also play the lead role of Leonard Seppala. Back in 1925, there was a deadly diphtheria outbreak in Nome, Alaska. It was the middle of winter. Kids were dying. They were out of the vaccine. The state of Alaska had to put together a mushing relay team to cover 700 miles, 80 below zero, through this type of terrain. Today we're here on a glacier. We are shooting behind the scenes footage. We want to showcase with this movie the heroic efforts by the men who carried the serum, but more so the heroic dogs that traveled that 700 miles. Come along, join us on the Great Alaskan Race behind the scenes tour. You can't beat this. We're here at the Iditarod headquarters with the director, Chaz St. George. Chaz, thanks for having us here, and we are excited to have a partnership with you guys to use the movie to shed light on the great work that Chaz and all of his staff are doing here in Alaska with how these dogs are treated, the sport of the Iditarod, and share with us just a little bit about, you know, the importance of the race, you know, the history behind the race,
right?
You know, the history of the 1925 serum run, and, you know, why you guys run the Iditarod every year.
Well, our mission actually is to preserve and protect the tradition of the sled dog on the Iditarod, the National Historic Trail. This has been going on since 1973, the race has. Prior to that, there were other races, the Great Alaska Sweepstakes that took place up in Nome, which is a big part of what your film is all about.
His third straight victory in the All-Alaskan Sweepstakes. No one is faster than Leonard Seppala.
And also about the importance of the sled dog's value, worth, commitment on this Iditarod Trail.
In the film, I play Leonard Seppala, and you know, when I set out to tell this story, I felt like Leonard Seppala and Togo were kind of the forgotten heroes of the 1925 serum run. And here at the Iditarod headquarters, we are standing next to the preserved body of Togo, who has gone down as one of many great Alaskan sled dogs. In the 1925, he was a 12-year-old Siberian Husky who covered the toughest stretch of land, over 350 miles, through 80 below zero. And, you know, I think that I know there's still, you know, very few sled dogs that are that age running the Iditarod.
Right.
But, I mean, that's I think, equivalent to like a Tom Brady, you know, playing in the NFL.
Superstar. Yeah, absolutely. And he suffered an injury on the way, and he still was able to continue on. So
Right.
It's an amazing athlete.
Come on, let's get up this mountain. Come on. We want to educate you on the history of this great sport, of this great state, as we celebrate the movie and what these guys did in 1925 and compared to what they're doing today. These dogs are well taken care of, and we've been a testimony and witness to that. And Chaz, we appreciate your time and excited to continue working with you.
Thank you very much. And I would like to add that the reason that your film and this race are so important is because there was no other mode of transportation.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
Relying on men and dogs to save kids' lives.
You bet.
welcome back to the behind-the-scenes tour of the great state of Alaska. We have our film, Great Alaskan Race, comes in theaters October 25th. It's important for me to come back to the state of Alaska and showcase where the great sport of dog mushing has come to today. We're going to be following Jeff King, who is today's version of Leonard Seppala. He's four-time Iditarod champion. We're going to be able to show you how well he takes care of his dogs, the types of training he puts them through so that they get ready to cover that 700-mile stretch. Every year they run the Iditarod in remembrance of the 1925 Serum Run. Today is a treat. We're here with today's version of Leonard Seppala, Jeff King, four-time Iditarod champion. How many years have you ran the Iditarod race, Jeff?
I've been in it 29 times. My first one was 1981, and been racing sled dogs in Alaska for 45 years. And Leonard Seppala and the story of the Great Alaskan Race, the Serum Run, is just the backbone to the whole history of sled dogs in Alaska. One of the many reasons we're so proud of them and to be a party to an event that honors their place in history and their saving known from such a horrible disease. I came to Alaska in 1975 for a summer job at 19 years old. My dream was to live in a log cabin and live out the childhood dream I had of Jack London in Call of the Wild and Jeremiah Johnson, and through some stroke of fate, opportunity, and hard work, that's exactly what I've done.
You have 35 dogs here on the site, right? And all these dogs are dogs that are currently, they race in the Iditarod.
You can call them racing dogs, but the fact is they're just dogs who love running. People who enjoy anything. If you're into cars or knitting or cats, you liken to be with people who enjoy the same thing you do, and you get proud of your car or your cat, or in my case, my dogs. I love showing them off. Every day I get a chance to show people my dogs, and it's like getting out the family album and showing people pictures of your kids and saying how cute they are, and look what they can do, and so we're very proud of them, and of course, it's not by accident that dogs have been labeled man's best friend. They just have a real ability to connect with humans, and I don't think there's a breed of dog on the planet that is any better at connecting with humans than our Alaskan Huskies. So we're very proud of them. We're very happy to share them with you.
Tell me those dogs aren't having fun!
The pictures are worth a million words. I can tell you all day long how happy they are, but until you see it, it's really hard to fully appreciate. One of the things that Togo had was opportunity. I think opportunity was key in the whole thing. And then when you find someone who can fulfill the needs of such a dramatic story as the diphtheria epidemic, it just makes it all the more special, Well, it's an incredible story. Dogs and man and Alaska and the wilderness, the whole thing. It's authentic. So, I'm absolutely thrilled that you've taken the time and chosen the subject, because it is an incredible story that clearly people will just be mesmerized by. Right. It's a real powerful story.
Jeff King, four-time winner of the Iditarod. He's a legend here in Alaska. Today's version of Leonard Seppala, and it's been an honor to spend the day. And
join me in looking forward to the film coming out in October, The Great Alaskan Race.